when you joined that, is that something like people were saying to your mum and dad? I feel like that's when people would be going up to your mum and dad and be like, oh, why? Like friends of theirs?
It was actually more Give My Headpiece. Right. And the Blame Game too. I think just anything with Tim Gary attached.
Yeah.
Tim, we have an unwritten rule now. He's just not letting me work unless I'm there with him. Like, he does a radio show that I'm not in, and I'm not happy about it.
Right.
It's called The Long and the Short of It. Yeah. And I'd be like, why? I'm in all your other things. Like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
But with the Blame Game, like, I think it's great because it's been going on for so long, and the same panel has been on it for years and years and years. So I'm like, I feel so fucking privileged to have joined it. Like, it's the only time they've ever changed the panel, like, on a permanent basis. I hope so. Fuck, you never know what could happen. I might not be back again. Who knows? Yeah. But I think my mum and dad, because they've watched that as well, and with Give My Headpiece, they watched it growing up. They're all biz that I'm Uncle Andy's daughter. Yeah. Like,
that's like, it's funny how you could be cast in loads of different stuff, but actually something you've watched since you've grown up, and a character like everyone knows who Uncle Andy is. Yeah. But like to get that is like such a big deal, because you're like, I fucking love that show. Like, I used to watch Give My Headpiece every Friday at my granny and granddad's house, and I was like our thing. So you watch it at the same time, and I'm like cracking up because it's something on TV and I know where they're talking about in the jokes. I'm like, they're saying about places in Belfast, and I
would go there, but it's more than 0.5 miles from my house.
Yeah, exactly. No, but from Hollywood you can see over the loch.
Oh, right.
So we would look with telescopes at the Troubles and that kind of thing, you know.
They're having an awful time over there.
And then like years later, I was sending my granny, like years after I wasn't there every Friday night, obviously, and I was like, remember we used to every Friday, didn't we love Give My Head? Wasn't that the best, granny? And my granny was like, it's how much my granny loved me. She was like, it was never really my cup of tea.
Aww.
And I was like, you betrayed me. I was like, Peggy, you watched that every Friday with me. And she laughed a lot. I'd be like, I'm such a bad guy for, like, if something's funny on TV, I'm like, here, what about laughing all? Right? Do you love that? But yeah, she just particularly didn't enjoy it. But it meant enough to me that she was like,
she watched it for you.
But
that's cute.
Uncle Andy is such a phenomenal character, and then sometimes you see the guy, I don't even know his name, the guy who plays him,
Marty Reid.
You see him walking about Belfast and you're like, there he is. He's just like going about his daily business, and he's
like, he works full time in Queen's.
He's a lecturer, right?
He does computer-y stuff.
Okay, right. I just can't, like, if I had an IT problem and you like had to go to him, I'm like, oh, my keypad's stuck on my mouse doesn't work, and I just imagine being like, you know, making some sort of joke.
And like, his voice isn't his voice either. Like, he obviously puts that voice on.
That breaks my heart.
But and he's got full grey hair. He wears a wig now, so they've had to make a wig now to match what his hair was like when it started 25 years ago. Right. Like, he's not aged. But whenever I joined as Uncle Andy's daughter, I really wanted to have the tash and the hair. I was like, can we dress me as like an Uncle Andy, like an androgynous Uncle Andy? Dan, write it down, name of the episode, Androgynous Uncle Andy. That's what I wanted, and they were like, no, she's a goth. And I was like, oh, I would have loved it if, you know, because my character doesn't know that she's Uncle Andy's daughter. Right. And I forget sometimes. I'd be all, do I know yet or not? And they're like, no, she doesn't know. I can't remember what happens in the show half the time. So I was like, oh, but I would love it if she just looked exactly like him but wasn't aware. Do you know what I mean? And was walking around just with a wee hairdo and a leather jacket and all that. They didn't go for it.